Al and I were, and the first year we did this, he told a funny story, so I'm probably, no, he said to me when we were playing, Al's been in all these since the second year, and the house was almost done, and he said to me, it must have been in 2015.
Right.
Well, the house will be done, and next year I want to have you guys at the house for dinner. Because we had always usually done it at the club and things like that. And what did I say to you, Al?
You need to talk to Shelley first.
Yeah.
I go, no, it's okay. He goes, no.
And true statement, and I think that's the key, right? Like for both of them, obviously Al participates in the event, has a good time, but for Shelley to open your home, I can't thank you enough for that. So, thank you. And then certainly to all of our hosts, some new, some long time, some since the first time. Danny. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Certainly for us on the Callaway side, this is a super special week. And I won't speak for the THP fellows, but I think for them it's even more special opportunity for them and for you all to be a part of them experiencing what you frankly do get to every single day. Share such a special place with them. We're all super thankful for that. So thank you very much for that. Yeah. So Al would like to say a few words now. I'm going to go get a seat because this usually drowns on a little bit. Right, Shelley? She's going to be giving him the hug here in a minute. But you take as much time as you'd like, and then as soon as Al's done, we're going to reveal the pairings.
And hopefully we'll make it in time to get to the tea times tomorrow. I've thought about this, every year I think about, okay, and this year I said I'm going to keep this very short because you don't need to hear me pontificate. Well, a few things happened that ended that. and that's not something that we can say in a vacuum. So, first I want to say, where's Brian?
Nice!
He's able assistant Lulu. Let's give her a hand. Senior Rigo, who is our men's grill and our absolute. He's like our dad. He takes care of us.
Can't forget Taylor. Can't forget Taylor. Taylor. Right here.
I'm going to get to this, and we'll get to the thing that I think is really important. Over the years, I give the same type of thing. I talked about Callaway as a company and what they do as an organization, and that people say, well, they do this just to build their brand. Well, they do this to build their brand, but they also do this to increase the game that we all love so much. And this is what they do. They take time out of from their families. And Jason, by the way, his anniversary is every year while he's here. How he's still married, this woman's married.
There's a lot of other reasons that can come into question too, Al.
As a group and as a company, Callaway is beyond anything that I've experienced and had the opportunity to be with this company. These guys, whether it's Jason or David or Luke, JB who did the Hackers Paradise, who's created this thing from nothing to over almost 1 million people who are on this thing.
I don't know.
And it doesn't matter, but it's really
Morgan would know.
It's an unbelievable thing that they can provide this opportunity to come here and allow themselves to say, something, we want to build not only the Callaway brand, but we want to build the brand that is golf that we love so much. Amen. I'm going to tell you just a little story. I'll go back to a couple of other anecdotes. Gary Johnson, where are you, Gary? He's one of our hosts, new hosts. Gary right here. So Gary and our good friend Greg McIntosh, they had some irons, and they were what was the orange you had?
Mavericks.
The Mavericks. And so the Mavericks were coming peeling up for whatever the reason they were. And so they went to Mike and they said, easy. Mike said, that's really shouldn't be that way. And you want to take those irons and the thing was peeling up and you hurt your hand on it. And a lot of people say, we'll go back and we'll fix it. So what do? They tell Callaway, they not only send the Cubs back, Callaway says we're not going to fix it. What do? They send them a whole new set of irons, which is the Paradigms. Well, there's a belief I have in life that is pretty simple. Money is a byproduct of what you do well.
Nice.
And when you create an environment, you can make all the money you want. What they did is, they've got a couple of guys here that they've made customers for life. Where else are they going to go? Here's a company that said, nope, we're sending you brand new irons and everything else. That's customer for life. Not every company does that. They create an environment where they say, we want to be part of this. Just you guys being here is more than you can just talk about. It is, we want to create a brand and we want to create customers for life. And so they do that. I want to talk about, there's one of the HP guys here. Dan, where are you, Dan?
He's talking about you. Oh, hackers, Paris.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm hard for a computer company.
Now, I know this is going to be hard for corporate. So back in 2016, for all the years, this is 11 years now, I think. 11 years.
We skipped a year because of COVID.
Because of the plague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
It's the plague. Yeah. So we have the plague. So Dan here, we're on 18 on Clyde, which you all will see it tomorrow.
No.
Dan comes up, hell of a player. He comes up, he makes a putt, and they beat Callaway. They still haven't gotten over it. It's a problem for them. They cannot believe that they lost. And then when I saw Dan walk in today, I go, oh my God, this is going to be interesting today. Now, the other thing I want to say before I get to your host is this. I want to take credit for the weather this year. I have guaranteed good weather the last several years, and much to my dismay, it wasn't exactly like I thought it would be. But we got the greatest weather. You're going to sit and play golf on some of the greatest golf courses with the greatest opportunities with people who really care and love you guys. And there's very few people in life that get the opportunity to do this. Now, I've been asked the question of how do people get invited there? And I answer them very succinctly. I have no idea. Somebody picks them. But whatever to show up, you guys are the most thankful, caring individuals that I've experienced in my life. You are so caring and so thankful for what goes on. And I want to first thank my wife for agreeing to have this and welcome to our home. Then I'm going to introduce the host for you, but then the hosts who will take 3 days out of their time, and because they love doing this, even the newer guys, to come here, and it becomes really fun for all of us. And the greatest part of this is seeing the look on all your faces for when you go through this for today and the next 2 days. And so we're thankful that you could be here. Care very much, and this is a labor of love for us, and as long as I live at the Hideaway, we're going to have this event right here. Okay, let me go quick through this and be done with it. The first guy, the only guy that's been here for the entire time is Danny Phillips, and I promised him, I was not going to embarrass him by talking, say really nice things about him.
Do it. The hook. Embarrassing. Where's the hook?
Liar.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'll just tell you that he's a dear friend. He's a great guy. He cares about people who play golf more than he does about himself. And so anybody who plays with Danny over the next couple of days, you will enjoy the fact that this is a good guy. At his level, plays with anybody. He could play with 20 handicaps or zeros, and he doesn't change his demeanor. He is just one of the good guys in this life.
Happy Grandaddy.
And I'm proud to say, Lawrence.
Larsy.
Now, I'm going to tell you Lars's age because I'm going to tell you something. Lars was several years ago when he was a 12 or 13 handicap to take every dime that you had. But as he's gotten older, and he's 82, he'll be 83 in January, and his handicap has gone up, he'll still take the freaking dime. So you just got to look at me as he does what he does. Carrie and Renee. By the way, that's different way of saying it. Carrie and Renee. Carrie produces commercials for a living. Well, he doesn't really work, but he's working again. Greatest joke teller in the world, but he's not going to tell you a joke tonight because I promised him I wouldn't make him do that. However, when you play with him, he has a way of producing and talking about jokes that is just like you look at him and go, that's the best way thing I've never seen that. Renee has been a club champion at the Hideaway and also at Lake Geneva where they live during the summertime in Wisconsin. However, the real key having Renee here is be able to deflect from Luke making hits on my wife. So I'm telling you right now.
Let him have them both. Come on. Thanksgiving weekend.
Wow.
I'm trying to make this quick. Davey Blair is interesting guy. David Blair, great guy. Matt Wood, all Callaway guys know Matt Wood. He used to be our head golf professional. Good friends with him, worked with him at Summit, which is a Discovery Place there, and is a member here, how he ascended up. He's a member here, a hell of a player. Might be the nicest, polite man I've ever met in my whole life. I mean, he's so nice that you want to throw up sometimes. Like, nobody can be this nice, but he is. And he's a great guy, and he really can't wait to enjoy himself to come here. Because these guys are saying, I want to be part of this. I mean, I want to be part of this. Gary Johnson. Gary. Now, the good thing about Gary is Gary has all these exotic cars. I mean, he's got Ferraris. He's got. Do everybody ever watch
Jay Leno.
what's the car with Entourage? You know the car with the Lincoln? He's got them all. And anybody who wants to drive his cars, just ask him. He'll let you drive anything. But he's got them all. And Gary, how I met Gary is, this is his third year. His first year here was 2020. It was the year of the plague. I just had a knee replacement, 3 months down, and he had the absolute luck of drawing me in our member, which is the blind draw.
I wouldn't call it luck.
However, then we fell in love.
We did.
So I'm going to end this and let you go through the pairing. The last thing I'm going to tell all the hosts, which they already know this, we're here to be your Sherpas. We're here to make sure that you have the greatest time. Don't interrupt me.
We got Bob.
Oh, Bob Bailey. How did I forget Bob Bailey? Where is Bob Bailey?
Easy to forget.
Oh, Bailey. Bob Bailey.
He went home.
I want to tell you, last year, Bob Bailey, so I said, Bob, you come? And he goes, he's building a house up in Whitefish. He goes, I can't come. I said, okay, I'll get somebody else. He goes, well, I'm leaving the next day. He goes, well, can I come to the party at least? I said, yes, you come to the party. So this year he goes, I said, Bob, you know, once you're out, you're out. He goes, well, I can't come. I said, I really want to be there. It tells you how important it is for the members of this club to be able to host this event. It is not just, hey, we're showing up and everything else. it's a reckoning. It's something that we all care about and want to be part of. And it's a great event. Bob, I apologize. You're one of my dearest friends. I love Bob Bailey, and I'm sorry I forgot you. You forgive me, right?
I made him wings. I made him wings on Sunday.
You did make me win. So the hosts know their job is to make sure they feed you with as much alcohol, cigars, or anything else that you want to smoke, which we have available to you. And we will do that for you. With that, I'm going to say thank you. Welcome to our home. Let's drink, let's smoke, and let's do the parent talk.